How to save money on an insanely low income. Should you experience a laptop crash or damage to your car, can you get it repaired without the need to pay multiple times or to take out a loan? If your answer is no, you've got to do something about your saving habits. According to a recent survey of U.S. households conducted by the Federal Reserve, it was discovered that 8% of non-retired adults used their retirement savings to cover an emergency in 2022. 28% of the working-class populations had no savings at all, not even retirement savings. Living on an insanely low budget might seem frustrating, but there are clever ways to save an extra dollar. You can turn the tiniest amount into big savings by applying the practical strategies I'll share in this video. If it could work for others, it could also work for you. It's not about how much you earn, but how well you manage each penny. If you can't save on a low income, whatever your excuses are, you'll encounter the same challenge when earning a six-figure income. So, how do you get to save? Here are 10 tricks that helped me. Number 1. Make savings a priority. Whatever you want to achieve in life starts with your mindset. If you think you can't save at a low income, you won't be able to do it. So to improve your saving habits, the first thing to do is to change your mindset. Have you ever found yourself at home relaxing and you receive an invitation to an event that you really have no interest in attending? You might respond, "I don't have time." But if we're being honest, deep down, you did have the time. It's just that going out wasn't as important as having your own quality time. The same goes for savings. It's not a matter of lacking sufficient funds to begin saving. Rather, it's about not prioritizing saving as the top item on your list. Think about it. What's the first thing you do when you get your paycheck? Off to the store, change a device at home, or treat your buddies to a night out. Those things matter to you, and that's why saving doesn't seem to happen. So let's stop blaming the paycheck size and focus on the habit. It's not really about how much you make. It's about deciding to save, having the right mindset, and understanding the process. Those are the keys to real substantial savings. Number 2, you've got to plan. You can't save without a budget. That's how it is. A budget acts like your roadmap for how you'll use your income. Without a concrete plan for your money, saving becomes pretty tricky. So the solution is to plan, including planning for your savings. It's amusing how people invest so much time and effort into meticulously planning a weekend getaway or event that will only last a couple of days, yet neglect to plan for their savings, which is actually the secret to a lifetime of financial success. The next tip is to open a savings account. Do you already have a separate account for your savings? I was just thinking, how do you expect to save when you don't have a proper savings account? And please, spare me the talk about stuffing your cash under the mattress or anywhere in the house. That's like trying to grasp water with a sieve. You and I know that secret stash is your weakness, constantly luring you. Before you know it, poof, all the dough is magically disappearing, often on unnecessary things. It's a never-ending cycle, my friend. Taking your savings game up a notch involves having a real savings account dedicated specifically to your savings. This isn't your regular checking account. And no, leaving money in your checking account doesn't count as saving. A dedicated savings account keeps your money safe and out of arm's reach, especially if you lock it away from your everyday spending. For an extra boost, think about opening a high-yield savings account to earn more interest from your savings. Another effective way to save on a low income is to automate your savings. Do you have a habit of paying Jane, Jack, and Joe before saving? That might be why you're struggling to save a substantial amount. Experts suggest putting savings first. Yes, it should be your very first move when that paycheck hits your account. And if remembering to do this is a challenge, no worries, you can automate it. As soon as your paycheck lands, a portion you've designated, make sure it's at least 10% of your income, will whisk itself away into your savings account. That's what I do. I started with 5%, and in 18 months proceeded to 10%, and now I conveniently save 12% of my income. Number 5, eliminate bad habits. Let's do a little math. A bottle of beer in a bar or restaurant is between the range of $5 to $10. Statistics show that an average American drinks about 1 six-pack per week. That's 24 bottles of beer per month. That's $120 to $240 every month. Calculate it for a year and see how much you would spend on alcohol yearly. Now imagine if that money goes into a high-yield savings account. Which sounds better? Cutting back on alcohol isn't just good for your wallet, but helps you enjoy a healthier life. Dave Ramsey often says, quote, "Alcohol consumption can be a silent but significant drain on your budget. Cutting out that expense can help you regain control of your financial goals," unquote. And it's not just about alcohol. Think cigarettes, chocolates, gambling, and other costly addictions. While each purchase might seem small, when you tally it up, you're pouring a fortune into those habits. Swap that soda for water and save that $10. Consider giving them up for both your health and your savings. Remember, staying healthy is cheaper than dealing with a disease. Number 6, reduce expenses. Certain expenses are unavoidable. Housing, car payments, subscriptions, and bills. You can't eliminate them, but you can find ways to trim them. For instance, if your car costs too much, consider downsizing to a more affordable model or using public transportation to reduce gas expenses. You can also cut down on all the unnecessary subscriptions. I'll never forget the time I decided to print out my bank statement for 3 months and painstakingly traced all the monthly subscriptions. To my surprise, I discovered I had over 15 subscriptions. 5 of them were completely useless. One was for Netflix, which I justified as necessary during the lockdown. Then there were 2 subscriptions for my kids that kept them entertained during those endless days. But wait, there were 2 more mysterious subscriptions that I couldn't even figure out. When I tallied up the total, it hit me like a wrecking ball. Over $230 down the drain every month. I almost wanted to hit the TV with a punch. Are you telling me I've been paying for all these platforms for over a year without watching them? It's enough to make anyone want to scream. I also recommend you do the same. You'll always find ways to reduce monthly costs and have more money to save. Another trick, try a no-spend month. While it may seem difficult, having a month where you only spend on essential items is possible. It will help you save massively and, in fact, help you discover so many things you can live without. You can try it once and see how it feels. It makes you disciplined and boosts your self-esteem. This mindset shift will also make you creative as you learn to live with what you have instead of constantly getting new things. Number 8, make the most of freebies. This isn't about being cheap. It's about enjoying things without breaking the bank. Remember all those coupons you collected and never used? Now's the time to put them to work. Coupons can significantly lower your spending on essentials. You can save about 5% to 50% of your total purchases using coupons. Your goal isn't to impress others. It's to ensure you have what you need. So, if you can get something for a lower price, why say no just to cater to others' opinions? Take control and don't let other people's judgments bother you when you shop with a coupon. But here's a tip. Don't fall into the coupon impulse buying trap. Just because a store offers a 15% discount doesn't mean you should buy things you hadn't planned for. Use coupons for items already in your budget, not for things you hadn't accounted for. Number 9, save unexpected cash gifts. We all love gifts, especially monetary gifts. Imagine you receive a bonus or earn a cash reward. What's your first move? Rush to the store to purchase those shoes you've been eyeing? Well, here's a better plan. As soon as you get that cash gift, drop it in your savings. Have you ever wondered where all the money you receive as rewards goes? Now, just think about how different your savings would look if you had consistently put that money into savings instead. And finally, stay off of your savings. It simply means do not touch your savings. It's satisfying to check your balance and pat yourself on the back for saving up. But how often do you need to do that? Not every single day, minute, or second. Leave your savings be. By leaving them untouched, you reduce the temptation to spend what you've worked so hard to save. Remember, it took time to accumulate that money. It could vanish quicker than you expect once you start dipping into it. However, attempting to save on a tight income doesn't have to damage your health. Honestly, you might be ticking off all the items in the savings checklist and still struggle. It could be that you genuinely need more money coming in. There's nothing wrong with wanting more money. So explore opportunities to earn extra income. Whether a side gig or a passive income stream, go for something that brings in more cash for your savings. Relying solely on one income source can be tough, and that's probably why saving feels difficult. Imagine having an extra $1,000 or $2,000 each month from a side job. That could kickstart your savings journey significantly. Any extra money you make should be promptly added to your savings. No matter the strategy you might want to adopt, remember that starting small is way better than not starting at all. And I hope you stick to your new resolution to save. If you enjoyed watching this video, smash that like button. And why stop there? By subscribing to the channel, your savings will grow from zero to millions in no time. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next video.